The Museum of Other Realities was founded by Colin Northway and Robin Statham. It's built in Unity. The first thing you notice when you walk in is the amazing architecture. It looks like an art gallery from another dimension. Apparently they designed this in VR. I then didn't waste any time and got customizing my avatar. You can pick these blocks up and they change your face shape. You can also pick a color on the color wheel. The cog in the middle randomizes your avatar. You can also change your full body separately from your head and then change the color of your head as well. It took me a while, but I finally found one I liked. The game then gives you a pretty good tutorial on how to do everything. It took me way too long to realize you configure your settings on the computer and not in VR. Once you're set up and ready to go, you can take a look at the map in the middle. On the list in front of the map, you have a whole selection of all the maps and artists you want to pick. Once you've done that, you can then teleport into the world of the map or artist you want to see. This is Night Snow by Dani Bittman. It was created in Tiltbrush. One of the coolest things you can do in this museum is you can actually go into the artworks and look around. This is Blort by Kevin Mack. You can buy the full game called Blortasia on Steam. I absolutely love this artwork. The hypnotic waves, it seems only possible in digital art. You can even pull out a glass from your back and drink it. I thought that was a pretty cool detail. This is Fishbowl by Lachlan Sleight. It's a modern recreation of a 19th century harmonograph, which is a mechanical apparatus that employs pendulums to create a geometric image. This is Chroma Wave by Tann. Tann is an electrical engineer and artist living in Nottingham in the UK. He has extracted part of Chroma Lab to make this piece called Chroma Wave. Chroma Lab is built in Unity using compute shaders and is run entirely on the graphics card. The full version of Chroma Lab is available on the Steam store and is an amazing experience. I've got to say this was one of my favourite experiences in the entire museum. I was playing with one of my friends online, and the first time I looked into the museum I didn't even notice that this was interactive. He mentioned to me the signs on the bottom that say "Please touch," and we went up and started playing with it. It blew my mind. It leads me to another one of my favourite parts of this experience. It's the multiplayer aspect of it. I would definitely recommend playing with a friend. It's a much better experience having someone to go around the museum with and talk about things and find little secrets in the artworks. I love when you get a bundle of them and you move through them slowly and it creates like a tunnel through them, like a wormhole through space.
Yeah, I always did that. Nice.
The further away they get, the more they wanna
go back.
Yeah.
Last.
I'm not exaggerating when I say you could sit here for hours and just play around with this. Spaceship Triangle by Liz Howard. This is one of Edward's earlier works, and it was made in tilt brush. An explorer taking a break to watch the ocean in the late afternoon of an alien sun. As always, you can jump into the map and have a look around. Crystal Odyssey, created by Sutu in tilt brush with music from Jean-Michel Jarre. I really enjoyed the portal aspect of this. One of the amazing things about the Museum of Other Realities is you can go into the artwork through a portal, and I can't really put into words to describe how cool it really feels in VR. While I was playing this with a friend, we discovered a safe in the top of the map. We couldn't be bothered, however, finding the code for it. Alive was created and composed by the same artists. It just looks so beautiful in VR, seeing all the animations. It's really a portal into another world. You can just sit there and enjoy a drink while watching the view. Me and my friend found a secret room at the back. It's very psychedelic. Infinity, again created by the same artist and composer. Another beautiful VR experience. Couldn't find any secrets in this one though. Bamboo Forest, created by Vladimir in tilt brush. It feels amazing being able to step into a painting. This was one I just had to try out as soon as I saw it on the map. It's called Quantum Tesseract, a folding in space-time by Kris Pilcher. I realized that you can actually side mount yourself on the wall. Most people can't truly make sense of dimensions outside of our three-dimensional realm of experience. A quantum tesseract visualizes the fourth dimension through sculptural projections of hypercubes, their fourth-dimensional shapes, existing in a constant state of quantum unfolding. It was created in Unity. I took a drink out and then realized when I dropped it, it flew sideways. That's because I'm side-mounted on the wall and I completely forgot. As you can see here, I'm just noticing. Time to mount myself back on the floor and have a look at some fashion. This is all part of a show called The Fabric of Reality. A Stitch in Time by Sabinna Rachimova and Vladimir Ilic.
Traditional handcraft and innovative technologies help
It's a homage to nature, trippy experience looking at yourself in a mirror in VR. 3D audio and 3D visuals in VR just take this to another level.
Real and digital. It's crucial like never before that you explore human connections on a digital level. The pandemic changed our lives for good. A new normal is inevitable. Welcome outside. You took the right exit to step towards a new reality. Helps people to reconnect with themselves on a new level.
This part was called Symbiotic Web by Damara, Ingles, and Sutu. It's a fashion show. You can actually notice that the bubble in the middle is actually sound. So when you enter the bubble, you can hear the sound. I then went and picked up this dress I found, and you can put it on.
The future of fashion is a symbiosis between our biological bodies and virtual environments. The future of fashion will not keep you warm.
The future of fashion will not keep you warm. Thought that was really interesting to think about. Embrace Your Mare with Duvet Days by Charli Cohen, Anna Duncan, and John Orion Young. The multiple elements and story of the world in this piece attempt to explore the inner struggles of someone with mental health concerns. Anxious Alien by Hannah was chosen by the artist to accompany the work. When you travel around the back, you see a different scene behind the stage. And then when you leave, everything gets quiet and everyone's still dancing, and there's a bubblehead on one of them that says Lucky. Gerald McWonky by Max Breeze. The aim was to resemble a Frankenstein creature, but one that, for some reason, just couldn't make the transition from inanimate object to animated robot. Melting Crayons by Dani Bittman. Deep Connection by Marilene Oliver and Gary James Joyson. Ultimately, Deep Connection invites viewers to reflect upon their relationship with technology, in particular AI and robotics. It's based on a 4D dataset of someone's heart and lungs. Friend Generator, created by Aidan Waite and David Hann in Unity. It records a user's movement through space, engaging in temporal conversation with the viewer. This was inspired by Dan Graham's 1974 art installation Time Delay Room 1. This is one of those ones where me and my friend were in there trying to work out what was going on. And when we did, it felt amazing. Your movements get recorded and then duplicated. It gets very trippy. Immateria, created by Isaac Cohen. An excerpt from a larger project by an experimental artist, Immateria was born out of a desire to tell a story with a simulation using different organic creatures. Using compute shaders and Unity, Cohen was determined to develop a handcrafted digital look for the exhibit in order to retain the human side that he feels is lost in the process of digital creation. The museum is filled with tiny sculptures, and there's something to explore around every corner. Complex Chaos by Tann. In Complex Chaos, a fractal is displayed on the archdome above you. It grows and changes depending on your movements and positions in the room. To Tann, they visualize the beauty of mathematics. These fractals are from the Julius set, which was first described in the early 1900s, but wasn't visualized until computers could do the thousands of required calculations in 1978. Now you can even interact with them through the advanced technology and the work of Tann. It was created in Unity. This was one of those ones I needed a friend to work out how everything worked. We worked out that the faster you move, the more the fractals change. Another one by Cohen. It feels incredible just watching these semi-organic creatures move around you seamlessly. It almost feels like being in the bottom of an ocean. World 1 by Scobot was created in Tiltbrush. It feels like you're inside a painting. You can fly around and have a look at all the little details and see if there's anything hiding somewhere. Terrarium created by Dirk Vandermeer. Dirk was interested in protopia, the opposite of dystopia, a future where science and nature exist in symbiosis. In his imagination, these things combine into some kind of colourful science fiction where buildings are built to be beautiful and last hundreds of years. Technology is used to infuse our surroundings with visual poetry, and the use of minimalism is kept to a minimum. The Museum of Other Realities is a place where you can just get lost in the beauty of things. You're just walking around and then something captures your eye and you end up getting distracted and following another path. This organic object seems to react to sounds. Black and White Daydream by Anna makes excellent use of black space. Homestay was created by Paisley Smith and Jam3, a story about how total immersion in another culture can change our understanding of family and love. This one gets pretty heavy.
Taro was a part of our family. I mean, I teased him in the same way I tease my brother. He was from Japan, so for sure some of the things he did were different from us. But he lived in our house. He killed himself in our house. That's pretty intimate, right?
You hear the story of how an international student committed suicide and the effect it had on the family you're staying with. The world gets built and destroyed around you.
We were a fairly typical family. 2 parents, 3 kids, growing up in Vancouver, Canada. Life makes sense when it's organized, put into boxes. I also didn't know much about Taro's school life. I found out later he ate lunch alone, every day, finishing his homework. He was excellent in school. My mom says he won a bunch of awards, including the ones she found in the trash. Why would he toss it all away? thing is, I thought of Taro as a gamer. As silly as it sounds, I imagined him escaping to a world of friends and adventure, where he lived life large. But when I looked into it, I discovered he was really just playing alone. No virtual teammates or opponents, just him. Taro committed suicide at the beginning of his spring break, his grade 11 year. He was 17. It was 2012. It shocked my family to the core. It made us question our relationship with him, and then with each other. Months after Taro died, we found this tin. It was locked.
The Book of Distance tells the story of one man's family pilgrimage.
He never spoke about his past or his life in Japan before he came to Canada. Of course, when I think about going to Japan, I think about taking an airplane. But when my grandfather left home as a boy, it was 1935 and he traveled by ship. It would have taken weeks.
Hiraeth was directed by Yao Wang. It's a hand-drawn immersive experience about a journey through one person's culture. This video was heavily inspired by the YouTube channel AltVR. Ever since I started watching his channel, I've been obsessed with non-gaming VR experiences. And I've got to say, this experience is a lot of fun. I love the Museum of Other Realities. It really felt like going into another dimension. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching the video. I didn't show every exhibit or artwork, but I showed you some of my favorites. I hope you can download the game and have a look. I hope you enjoyed exploring the Museum of Other Realities as much as I did.